I love how much this man hates leg day and how much he hates leg day so much. He has gone to significant lengths to figure out how can I still train legs and get my leg gains, but while not training legs. I mean, it's the conundrum. Simon Miller, the bald a-hole here, and I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I am very tired. That was a joke, I wasn't really sleeping. But even when sleep is trying to kick us right in the rear end, we carry on, and thank you very much for everyone that watched last week's Gravity Transformation, should you listen to them video. We hadn't done one in a while, people were very receptive to it, and as always, what I appreciate is that a bunch of people left suggestions, including for this man, also known as How to Beast. Now, I love channels like that, because out of context, what does that mean? How to Beast what? And yes, when you go through all of his stuff, as you can see, he focuses on the gym, he focuses on nutrition, he focuses on life, there's a lot of stuff on there about trying to pick up girls and everything like that. I'm not going to worry about that. I don't feel like I'm educated on it. Also, I do know, because I did my research, when it comes to How to Beast, there are numerous videos out there, let's say, discussing what he does with TRT once again. That's not my bag, baby. I don't think I can offer you anything when it does come to that, but when it comes to his summer videos, such as this one, well, maybe I can be of assistance. But I have been through quite a lot of his videos now. Look, the guy is smashing it. Clearly made a bunch of money, I presume, off YouTube. So, you know, you can't crap on that. No matter how you get there, you got there. So you deserve all the credit in the world. But it was this particular video about basically why he stopped doing push-pull legs, which really drew my attention in. Because if you watched the channel before, and even if you haven't, you're new, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. I am a huge advocate for push-pull legs rest, push-pull legs rest. I think if you're a beginner, you can do it. If you're intermediate, you can do it. If you're an advanced, you can do it. And I think as long as you train as hard as you can, not only are you going to be, smashing those muscle groups twice a week, which I think is the best way to do it, but you're also going to be getting your rest and recovery. To me, it is damn perfect. So when I saw this title, I was like, well, that is just awesome. I wanted to review a video of this guy, and he has just thrown it right into my bald head. Straight away, the money is on the screen, everyone. The money is on the screen.
Workouts, like I've been lifting consistently for 8 or 9 years now. Most of that time has been full body. And not only have I seen amazing results from it, but I just enjoy it. Like I love getting that full body pump, feeling exhausted every workout, looking in the mirror, seeing my chest, shoulders, arms, back, all pumped up.
So I kind of like it straight away, right? I like it because he's telling you what he's doing. Not only that, he's got progress photos, so you can see how it's developed for him, but he also craps all over legs.
Obviously, it also means that every day is leg day, which some people might not like.
Now, the reason I appreciate someone crapping all over legs is because while you get the alternative to this, which is someone going, if you want a real hardcore bodybuilder, you're gonna lift legs. You don't want to lift legs. Like, dude, calm down, man. They're just a couple of sticks that are stuck onto my ass. But he's right. It's true. Straight away, I kind of feel like, I trust you a little bit more, because he's admitting that deep down, nobody wants to train legs. And he does full body workouts, which means every time he goes in the gym, he has to smash legs. Now, if you're a beginner, I'm all for all body workouts, but I think eventually it's much better to start targeting specific muscle groups on specific days. But he does talk about that later on, about how for him, he ensured that he still went out of his way to get his rest and recovery. And that's why he's all good with me up to this point, because it's like, all right, you mentioned what you're doing, you mentioned why you're doing it, you're also pushing rest, recovery, which is sometimes what people don't do, right? They want you to think you have to go to the gym every single day, and when you are there, you have to be in there for 72 hours, which is nuts, because only 24 hours in a day, so what the hell are you going to be doing for the other 48?
But personally, I like the feeling of absolutely crushing my legs with one exercise each workout and then being done with it.
Personally, I don't know how you'd ever be able to smash your legs just by doing one exercise a day. But again, the honesty is spewing forth from his orifices. What a weird way to put it, so it's all good.
A regular full body workout might look something like this, where you have heavy squats, then bench press, then bent over rows. And that's a lot of compound movements back to back with lots of weight. And then the next day you might have to come in and do deadlifts. And I just started realizing that unless I was taking extra rest days, I just didn't feel like I was getting enough recovery in between workouts.
That's good stuff. I don't care what else he's done. I don't care what else he said. That is something I think that we could all benefit from reminding ourselves of. You grow when you rest. And of course you want to go to the gym all the time, because the gym is the greatest place on earth. It's a fitness palace of love. We know this. And who doesn't want to go to the fitness palace of love? So yeah, anyone that is advocating rest days, as long as they're not saying, like, rest 7 days a week and don't go to the gym, I'm all for it.
6 months ago, I decided to change my training style and experiment with a push-pull legs variation. I was doing 5 times per week, upper day, lower day rest, push-pull legs rest. And did I see better results with that versus full body? Honestly, in 6 months, it's hard to say, but for sure, I've been feeling more recovered in between workouts.
So he talks about that he switched it up to push-pull legs to see how he got on with it. Admitted that now he's only training muscle parts twice a day, as opposed from the 4 or 5 times a week that he was doing before. I really don't think you need to train a body part twice a week. Again, just my personal opinion, I think if you are training it hard enough on, let's say, push-pull legs, right? So on Monday, when you do push, or day 1, whatever, if you are training hard enough, then by the time you get round for round 2 that week and you train it hard enough again, I would imagine that you wouldn't even be able to find time for when you'd be able to train again, because it would just be so sore. That's the way I like to do it. Not sore, you know what I mean? Worn out, broken down, etc., etc. That's why I think it works so well, because it all comes down to the intensity and what you bring to it. But again, it's not going to work for everybody. And he also still goes on about how he hates training legs twice a week. This guy really hates legs.
But also, no longer am I doing a heavy, intense lower body movement every time I go to the gym. And because of that, I've been walking into the gym feeling more fresh and recovered, bringing a higher intensity to my workouts. So I think in the long term, it's safe to say I would see more results with this routine.
Then he puts it over. He puts it over because he's recovering more. Therefore, when he goes into the gym, he's got more energy, right? It's a simple mathematical equation. Find it a bit weird that he drove his car onto a roof, drank his pre-workout, and then left. I get it's just location, but you take the context out of it, it's very, very weird.
All right, so the new workout split that I've devised for myself, I call it the hybrid program because it's a hybrid between full body and push-pull legs. And obviously I've only been running it for a few weeks now, but I've absolutely been loving the workout. Now this program is run 2 days on, 1 day off. So you're gonna work out 2 days back-to-back, rest, work out the next 2 days back-to-back, rest, and that means it's gonna be a 5-day-per-week program. And for me, that's the perfect balance with my life and my schedule. If you're someone who needs to be at the gym 6 days per week, or you're gonna go crazy, you should probably still go with push-pull legs.
I do think he explains this stuff really well as well. It's really simple. He's not trying to complicate you. He's not trying to make you feel stupid with words. Oh, some of the comments of the day when they go on their science, like, oh, the muscle goes so lame. No one cares, man. No one cares that you know the scientific structure of every single muscle. People just want to understand, and they want to be able to apply it to their own lives. And as you're about to see, if you wanted to do his 2 day on, 2 day off program, 2 day on, 1 day off program, you absolutely could. You could absolutely do it, and there would be no problem whatsoever.
We're gonna cycle through 4 basic workouts. We'll call them A, B, C, D. A is your standard upper body day, B is your standard lower body day, then you're gonna rest, and then you have C and D, and this is really the hybrid nature of the routine. You're gonna have a full body push day, then a full body pull day. That means that your full body push day is essentially chest, shoulders, triceps, but also quads. So essentially the full body pull day becomes back, biceps, but also hamstrings and glutes.
So it's quite interesting. I'm just going to hold this up so I don't get lost. So workout A, again, which you're doing back to back and then take a rest. You're doing an upper body workout, right? So you're going to do back, you're going to do shoulders, you're going to do arms, you're going to do chest. I'm sure I've forgotten stuff in there. Then on workout B, you're going to do lower body, so you're working legs, maybe your glutes. Then you take the day off, and then when you go back, you're doing a whole body, but you're doing it on push. So as he talks about, you basically work in your quads, and then when you come in and do a full body pull, you're doing all the pull stuff, but you're also doing hamstrings and glutes. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's getting some decent leg training in there because you're going to be training them 3 days a week. It's not something that personally appeals to me, but I certainly can see the worth of it. And I think it's really awesome that this guy has sat down and figured out, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to get this much rest. And he's come up with his own routine. And I think that should be inspiring to other people as well. You shouldn't just sit there and take everything that people say as read, right? You have to look at your own life. When can I work out? When can't I work out? Maybe you've got kids. Maybe you've got a real demanding job. You don't want to be stressed because of the gym. You want to be able to prioritize it, but in a way that doesn't send you crazy. And I actually think that's what he does. And I tell you, if I got bored of push-pull legs, which I do every now and then, I'd probably give it a whirl. I don't know how I feel about working quads 1 day and hamstrings the next. That to me is like having a peanut butter sandwich, but you put Brussels sprouts in there. Like these is not computing at all. And maybe it's the most delicious thing ever. You don't know until you try it.
Because it allows you to hit every muscle group 2 or 3 times per week. So a slightly increased frequency versus push-pull legs, but not so much that it's gonna hurt your recovery. And at the same time, we're able to intelligently cut out that second leg day without just skipping it and leaving precious leg gains on the table.
I love how much this man hates leg day and how much he hates leg day so much. He has gone to significant lengths to figure out how can I still train legs and get my leg gains, but while not training legs. I mean, it's the conundrum. Then he just takes you through the exercise that he's doing on that particular day, which is good because when you can visualize something, you can also do it. At the end, he whips his tops off and flex. because that's what all these guys do in these videos. But look, you can see he's put the effort in, so he deserves to get that good mirror time.
Workout complete. Nice little full body pull workout today. And if you're curious to try out this new hybrid routine I created, I got some good news for you. The full routine, the exact one I'm following, is available inside the Beastly app.
Then he talks about his app, and you always see people going, oh, what a loser, he's got an app. He's got an app. Do you know how amazing that is? Do you know what I would do if somehow I got to a position where I thought it would benefit everybody and myself, both financially and creatively, to make an app? I would do a backflip. And look at me. I can't do a backflip. I can barely sit here looking like a regular human being. So, again, I know that there are other videos where people have gone crazy when he talks about other stuff, but I actually think in terms of his videos and the stuff he's throwing out there, I quite appreciate the way he does it, because I don't feel like he's barking at you. I don't feel like he's yelling at you, and he still gets all his sponsorships in. He mentions you can buy this product here, and again, you can get his app, so on and so forth. But there are other guys that almost guilt you into it. Like, if you don't do this, you're never going to get the body you want. You're like, oh my gosh, I want to be big and jacked. I have to go and do this. I didn't feel that way, and I've watched quite a few. I was quite impressed because it's not the impression that I had got from him. And yeah, maybe one day I'll try out his beastly routine, and maybe it will be the best thing I've ever done. It won't be, because I'm obsessed with push-pull legs. Push-pull legs and me are basically married. That's the way I see it, and I don't ever intend to get a divorce. Like, if it ever tries to divorce me, I just get on my knees and beg. That's how much I love it. So I think you should listen to him. But again, always go out and listen to what other people are saying about him. I don't want to get into all of that. It's a whole thing. I'm trying to make these videos more positive. But from what I saw, just focusing on information that you can take in. And again, understand that he may be taking things that you're not taking. So he may be seeing better progress than you're going to see. But that's why you always need to educate yourself and then sort of adjust that for your own personal life. There you go, boom. How to Beast. He gets a thumbs up from me. Now, if you could like the video, share the video, and subscribe, that would rock. There's a bell, ding, ding. If you click it, you know when other videos are going live, and sometimes YouTube just turns it off. So if you could check it, that would be awesome. There's another video right there if you'd like to watch another one with me in it. Obviously, who else would it be? Patreon is patreon.com/Simon Miller 316. Merchandise is simonmiller.bigcartel.com. Instagram and Twitter at Simon Miller 316. Otherwise, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you on the next one. Gerald the fitness mascot.